Hello YouTube, how is everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a great week so far. First off, I do need to apologize. My son's actually up right now and in his room with his headphones on, playing online games with a friend of his. They do get a little loud and rowdy, so if you hear him in the background, I apologize now. So, this is going to be somewhat of a short video, I think. And what it is an update for my Top Tuesdays. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you know I attempted to make this top properly as a top with some red fuzzy type yarn I had. And well, that didn't go too well. I still do plan on making said top as a top. Um, I'm thinking that I'm going to get my hands on some of the yarn from Walmart. It's a wrap. I think that would work in this top pattern. So for now, though, I'm doing it as a cardigan sweater. I figured out how to do the stitches so that it would have a double crochet at each end instead of a double crochet at one end and a chain two at the other, which was very easy. Either add one stitch or take away one stitch. Not a big deal. So you just need an odd number. I also, again, had you been watching my channel for a while, you know when I attempted it with the red, I somehow stitch count came totally wrong. I don't know, maybe if I thought I had a different stitch count I went with and I didn't mark it down. I'm not 100% sure, but my stitch numbers didn't make sense. And at one point in the pattern, because there's 9 rounds in total, rounds 6 and 7, I believe it is, you have to go back and repeat rounds 2 and 3 and then go do 8 and 9. Well, at one point I went back and did 2 and 3 and then just went right into 4. So I actually did write it out 1 through 9 so that I have the proper order that every row is supposed to be. And I've done a little bit of work on it today, not a whole lot. I did lay this shirt actually down flat and then I fold it in half to measure from the seam at the back of my arm across to about the middle. And I have 2 more rounds to do on this repeat I'm doing. And I think I'm going to do 1 more whole repeat after that, just so it's a little bit on the loose side, because I do have some shirts that are a little looser on me. And if I have this snug to this shirt, it's going to bunch up other shirts underneath it, and it's going to be a limited shirts I can wear it over top of. So again, I've only done a few rounds, or rows, sorry, but every stitch we know gets you that 1 stitch closer to finishing your project. So again, here's what it looks like. I know it's hard to see. It is dark. I wish I had better lighting for you guys. It's a very dark burgundy color. Definitely when it gets finished, I'll try to make sure I'm at the camper and I can lay it out on the grass a nice sunny day and you guys can get a really good view of it, and then me wearing it and stuff like that. But it is a very deep, deep burgundy color. I love the little eyelet section, like makes it so it's not just completely solid. So yeah, that's the top. I'm using Pounded Love by Line Brand. I've used this yarn before. What did I make with it? I don't recall what I made with it. I know I had it in black. But I'm looking at this because of how long it is. It would make for a very good, how do you figure, here's what I showed you guys. Like, it would make a very, very good sized blanket. But no, I intend for this to be a sweater. Now, once I do have the panels all made, I know the sleeves are going to be a bit of a drop sleeve because of how wide I'm making it. You know, wider, unfortunately, across the chest to the midsection, like the seam line, then across the shoulders. So, yeah, it's going to be dropped sleeves, which I'm okay with. And then once I start doing the sleeves, I'm going to do them then in the round so that there's no sewing, because you guys know me, I don't like to sew if I don't have to. And then I have some brunette burgundy yarn, but it's a lighter color, which I think will tie in really nice with this deeper color. And I'm going to do, I think, a front post, back post trim around the whole sweater. So start at the bottom, work my way up, around the back, down the other side, along the bottom, just to give it a few rows. I'm thinking I will need probably another skein than what I already have. I only have one skein. I'm thinking I'm probably going to need two because of the size, but we'll have to wait and see. And I also want to do some cuffs as well with the same yarn. So that's how my sweater's coming along so far for my Top Tuesday. And you guys know I consider a top as a halter top, tank top, t-shirt, a sweater, a cardigan. As long as it's got sleeves or armholes, I guess how I should put it. As long as it's got armholes, it's a top. Unless it's a halter top, and then obviously there's no armholes, but top's in the title of what it's called, right? So anyways, guys, if you're new and you like what you're seeing today and you would love to see the outcome of said cardigan sweater or any other projects I may be working on, please consider hitting that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and maybe give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. I am mainly a yarn channel. I crochet and I knit. I've got multiple projects on the go that I try to show you guys every day. I also do camping. Husband and I own a small property out in the country. We have a trailer on it. And we have a little fire pit and everything just to get away from the city, the hustle bustle of the city. So who knows, you may see videos at the trailer. We also do go to events that have fireworks and stuff like that. So who knows, maybe you'll see some fireworks. I did hope to have some for you guys not too long ago, but the weather just didn't cooperate, so it didn't happen. This weekend actually coming up, it's supposed to be more fireworks in town. So hopefully I'll have something for you guys this weekend. Maybe a little fireworks show when we get home on Sunday. We never know. We also fish for the sport. So I may have show pictures of some fish we've caught this year. And actually not this weekend, but next weekend, which I do believe is Father's Day weekend, is another free weekend of fishing here in Ontario. I don't know if it's Canada-wide or if it's just in Ontario. So consider, please, if you want to go fishing and you don't have your fishing license, get out there Father's Day weekend. As far as, like I said, I know it's free. So, guys, thank you again, and I will talk to you all later. Have a good night, everybody.